So have you ever felt like you're just putting loads of effort into getting something done and it's just not happening? You know, you're just putting loads of, seems to be putting loads of energy and inputs and effort into something. It's just not happening for you. So this video is about how we can use the power that's already within us, the power that we've got in us innately, to really push forward with things rather than trying to force things and trying to make things happen when they're just not happening. So it's it's a funny one, really. It's about relaxing into your energy and and making sure that you're not trying to kind of push things. So it's more attracting rather than pushing through. So the way that it's done is it's aligning. It's really about alignment and getting into high vibrational energy so that you can attract what is yours in this world, really, what you set your mind to get in. And the way of thinking is that it's already yours. You just got to draw it in, really, just got to attract it. So I'll give you some exercises on doing this and just getting into a good mode of doing it. And I give you an example about why you don't want to kind of try to force things, really. So have you ever take it from a business context like marketing and sales? So have you ever done a cold call and then you thought, right, I have got to get this sale or I'm going to run out of money. If you got that mindset, then you're probably going to not do too well, right? So if instead you go into that call saying, right, this person might potentially have some money for me in exchange for some value that I can add. If not, that's perfectly fine. They're just not in that place at this time, or they're not even qualified. And then, so you're really detaching yourself from the sale rather than try to be a pushy salesperson or any of that kind of malarkey. So that's what I'm talking about. Now, if you go into that call with low vibrational energy, you're going to repel that person. You're going to be um, needy. I need this sale. Uh, Fear. So false expectations appearing real. If you don't get this sale, you're going to be like a complete mess, and you're going to repel, like I said, that prospect. But if you go in with high vibrational, I'm already doing well. I'm already the future version of myself. We don't need the money. We don't need your money, but if you're a good fit, then we will help you. And that's a more ethical way of doing business as well, because you don't want to take on just any client just because they've got money. You want to take on clients so you can genuinely help in business. So that's it. So how do we achieve this Zen-like state of calm confidence, high vibrational energy? Um, there's five methods, basically five things to do as part of a routine every day. Five things. The first one is being grateful for what we've already got, and this will remind us that we've already been successful in business and we've already got some business in. So gratitude. So think of everything you're grateful for, including the business that you've already won and the fact that you've been here before and you've been in those situations where you might have been struggling for money, but now you've always managed to get some money in. Yeah, that's number one. Uh, Number two is making sure that you're staying as much as possible in this high vibrational state by um, sending sending good feelings to people who bothered you. So rather than hating on people or getting into low vibrational states, like um, just having negativity and negative thoughts about people and all that kind of thing, just send them love, and that send them love, send them nice feelings, send them nice thoughts, and that's it's more for you. It's more for yourself, not them. It's not even for them. It's for yourself. So that's the second thing. The third thing is to actually do reflective practice and journal. So write down in a notebook, in a journal or diary, um, what you're experiencing, any thoughts that you're having, and any limiting beliefs that you're having at all. And then You might, let's say, you've got some cold calling to do today, or some other types of outbound marketing for your business, and you've had some rejections, and you've had, oh, you can get all kinds of rejections. You just got to have like a thick skin and not let it get to you, but just understand that they don't necessarily understand. They might not be doing any outbound for their business. Their business might not be doing very well as a result of that. They might just be relying on word of mouth, which is not predictable. Get peaks and troughs if they're just waiting for the phone to ring or anything like that. So you just got to understand and have empathy with that person who's on the other end of the call, that they may not know what you know, and they may be kind of stuck in the ways and all that kind of thing. But that's absolutely fine. That doesn't need to affect what how you your worldview or anything like that. They don't have to change your path that you're on. You know that you're on a good path with what you're doing. So write down, journal, reflective practice, how you feel in any limiting beliefs that are coming up. Write them down, because then doing that in step three, you'll have step four next, which is affirmations. So for every limiting belief, like it might be I'm not good enough, like imposter syndrome, or this is not working, but just trust in uh, the iterative process of self improvement and testing and measuring in marketing, and looking at the variables, the KPIs, and then having metrics that you can measure by and improve upon. So then you've got your affirmations, which essentially are the opposites, the exact opposites of the limiting beliefs that you've got, and you can start to reprogram the mind then and start to think differently and form a new paradigm. And then the fifth step is to then take action, to actually pick up the phone and do the cold calling or do whatever you need to do to improve your situation. Because look, if you're paralyzed by fear, so false expectations appearing real, so all these limiting beliefs, let's say your business is not doing well, or your career's not going well, you're not getting that promotion, or your life's not going well in some kind of way. If you focus on the negative, you'll get more negative. So if you focus on, let's say you're in debt, you focus on the debt, you'll get more debt, because that's where your focus goes. That's where your energy flows. So you focus on the debt, you just get more debt. If you focus on abundance and opportunity and growth, you'll get more abundance, opportunity, and growth. That's why step one is gratitude, because you're going to focus on positivity and you'll get more positivity. You'll just have less room for negative thoughts. And then the more you do it, there'll be a cumulative effect on it, a compound effect, where the more you do it, the stronger you'll get, the more resilient you get. You'll just become a stronger person, because my experience of business is that businesses can be incredibly hard. But if you use your inner power and you build momentum, you can get to a really good place with it. You can get to a really nice place where you've got this calm confidence where you can take a nap, because you know you've got a plan, because you know you can do repeatable results. You've got repeatable results for your clients. You know that you've got a marketing system that's working, that's scalable, that will keep bringing in new clients for you. So you know that you've got a good business, and if you can get to that stage and keep growing it, and not rest on your laurels, not plateau, not start to decline. Because if you're not growing, you're shrinking because of inflation. It just gives you a toolkit at which to tackle life in general. It gives you more resilience. I know that I can pick up the phone and get business, not on that first call, but I know that if I do it enough, I've got a repeatable process to get more business. And I'm not the best salesperson in the world. I'm still improving. I'm pretty good at sales, but I'm still improving. I keep learning. I've got a coach, so I've got a coach who keeps helping me with that. So it's iterative steps, continuous development, continuous improvement. So if you're watching this and you feel in despair, which is low vibrational, I just want you to take some baby steps, and just know that if you take some steps, no matter how hard it is at this time, you can keep moving forward, not backwards. Just keep moving forward. My dad always said, "Keep moving forward, don't move backwards." So just keep moving forwards. Forwards is the way to go. Progressing. Just improve by 1% every day, keep getting better, actually take action. So step 5 is taking action. It's picking up the phone. It's doing some more work. It's doing things that'll move the needle in your work, in your life, in your business. It could be going to the gym. Maybe you want to lose a few pounds. Maybe you want to lose a few stone. Maybe you want to improve your muscle tone. Maybe you want to improve your health. Maybe you want to stop eating sugary treats, which are not really a treat at all. They're not really very good for you. Maybe you want to stop drinking alcohol. Maybe you want to stop smoking. Maybe you want to stop doing drugs. It all starts with a decision. Everything in life is a decision, and we'll get the monkey brain telling us differently, the subconscious, the paradigm, trying to keep us in the habit. But we've got to consider if the habit is good or bad, and if we still want to live like that, or we want to improve our lives. So if you want to have more money, you want to have more freedom, you want to have, you want to be able to go on better holidays, or just feed your family, or anything like that, wherever you are in life, it all takes a decision to then have emotion around that decision, and a firm held belief that you can make a change, and you have got it within your power to make a change, and you are ultimately responsible. Nobody's going to come and save you. You're probably not going to win the lottery. You're probably not, or the lotto. You're probably not going to win the premium bonds. You're probably not going to get a big inheritance, unless you are. I don't know your situation. But most of us are not going to get a big inheritance, so we've got to really go out there and make the money. And we don't make the money by we make the money from our internal power. That's the way of doing it. We've got to have that calm confidence and repeatable steps every day to get what we want. So I'll leave you with that thought. I hope this has been helpful in some kind of way, and I will see you next time.